You're listening to Making Life Brighter, and I'm your host, Winifred Adams. And today we have special guests, Julia and Michael, all the way from Ireland. So I want to welcome our very, very special guests who are here to celebrate the anniversary of their healing retreat spaces and all of their beautiful work that they do in the world, which you all need to know about. So welcome, Julie and Michael. And Julie
Hi.
is a Celtic priestess, and she does ceremonies, she does healing, she's a Reiki master. Michael is an engineer, and he's a Reiki master, and he has many other talents and skills, but together, combined, you are a force of nature, I understand.
You're very kind.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah,
You're a healing force of nature. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you this evening. I was delighted to get the opportunity to come on Zoom. I find now with the internet, we're all just a click away, and Twitter is fantastic. There are so many light workers globally. So yes, we're really excited about tomorrow. We've invited people from all around the country. We have some European speakers too that will be coming, because 2 years ago, Michael and I decided to build a healing centre on our land to offer therapies to people in the county. And also we have different modalities that we offer to people. We had a lady flew in from London too. So it's fantastic. And it's marvelous to get a chance to chat to an international audience too. So thank you, Winifred, for this opportunity.
absolutely. I'm excited to share, and tell us exactly what tomorrow will be.
Well, tomorrow, first of all, we're praying for sunshine. We have the Child of Prague out. That's an Irish tradition for any people with Irish generations. We hope the sun will shine. We have a list of speakers. I think there are about 13 speakers tomorrow, because we invited everybody who has facilitated a healing workshop or a seminar to come back for the day. And we've promised them birthday cake and a bed. And hopefully there will be no arguing about who gets to sleep where. So that will be the plan. I'll open it with Cúpla Focal Gaeilge, a few words of Irish, because when I do my Celtic ceremonies, I like to sing and I like to use our native tongue. And then I will do a meditation and call in unity consciousness. And then all our speakers will talk. I'm hoping that they'll stay within the 15-20 minute. And it should be a really exciting day. And then Michael, after some lovely lunch, obviously, and lots of tea and coffee breaks and birthday cake, and Michael will finish the day too. And then we're going to a local hotel where there will be dinner and hopefully dancing. And if you weren't so far away, you'd be very welcome to come and join us.
And I would in a heartbeat, I promise you. So maybe another time I can come and join you. But this sounds delightful. So Michael, are you the master of ceremonies tomorrow? What's happening?
So sort of, kind of, yeah. And unlike Julie prepares what she wants to say, and she writes it down, she practices, and I just because I'm an intuitive, I just speak. Whatever comes out comes out, and normally it's good. Nobody's asked me to stop speaking yet, so it's quite good, and yeah, we're looking forward to it, because we're very lucky in that we've met all these people over the last 4 years. They've come into our lives, we've come into their lives. We do a lot of sharing. We travel around the country to different people. We go to different seminars and different workshops around the country and get to meet wonderful people, some international people as well as people from Ireland. And we tend to use the name Éire because that's the original name. It means land of sovereignty and love. Whereas Ireland is a name that was given to us by the British occupiers, which means land of anger, land of ire. So there's anger attached to it. So we're trying to move back to the original name. And a lot of people that we would converse with and we would associate with are doing the same thing. So we feel that we have a heritage, a Celtic heritage, a spiritual heritage, which is not related to any particular religion. And that's what we like to bring forth when we're doing our seminars or our events or our talks.
It's true, you have some of the most spiritual wishing wells in the world. You have
Yes, yeah.
some ancient sites.
We have 10,000 sites around the country.
That's incredible.
We're a country of 26,000 square miles with 10,000 sites. A lot of them are sort of, you have to go to local people to find them because they're not broadly advertised, and that's to do with the what we inherited from the British occupiers, that they didn't want people finding these holy wells or sacred trees or whatever, sacred sites. So there's a huge, I suppose, re-interest in all of them now. Like we were down in Lochgar in Limerick there a couple of weeks ago, and there are artifacts there that date back 7,000-8,000 years and came from Israel and from the Holy Land originally, that are buried in this site. So yeah, it's a very special place. We're very lucky to be living here and to be alive at this time, this exciting time for the country and for the world in general, for all the light workers and way showers.
You are guardians, and you took the word right out of my mouth. You're way showers. You're bringing in the light, and it says so on your site, which is you're bringing in, ushering in the new and readying the world and consciousness for the new earth. So tell us a little bit about how you are bringing forth the Celtic tradition into the marriage of unity consciousness.
Well, we would have a profound love, Winifred, for Saint Bridget, or the goddess Bridge, as she originally was known. And on our website, Solasceremonies, it shows that we have a Bridget healing blanket, which we bring to the ceremonies. And we also have a flame, which is lit from Bridget Perpetual Flame, which is supposed to date back to the time of Saint Bridget. So the energy of the flame, the energy of the healing blanket are profound. And also we feel that's the divine feminine. Currently in the world, there is chaos, as we're all aware, but I think it's so important to focus on love and moving towards that dimension. I think love is the answer. And then it's the male, female, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. So that's why we think Bridget is very important. There's always been a lot of talk about Patrick. There's some question marks over St. Patrick too, but certainly Bridget is a fantastic, powerful feminine influence. And then, as you mentioned earlier too, Michael and I have a profound love for France, and we're going to Mary Magdalene's region, the Qatar region, in June. So we just find that there is this powerful draw of spirituality, especially the male-female combined. And we're so blessed to live on this land where we have Bridget, and then such a sacred heritage that we can explore. We really enjoyed, and then we've met so many wonderful people who enjoy celebrating with us.
It seems like that. You two are embodiments of light, and together I can just feel it even from your website and from, they're on Twitter, by the way, and the official, let me see here, the official handle on Twitter is Irish mindfulness, and I love that, Irish mindfulness. And of course you have the green tree and the tree of life, and the embodiment of Ireland is this green, rich, damp earth, Mother Earth, and marrying that with the Celtic tradition of, let's say, the goddess energy. So what is the goddess energy to you, Julie?
Well, for me, it would be Bridget, because we're living here in Éire, and she certainly is making her presence known. This year, we finally had a bank holiday to celebrate her, but all around the country, there was tremendous celebration and honouring of Bridget, which we feel goes back to the goddess Bridget and the divine goddess. They say in the beginning of time, there was the divine feminine who created the world. So suddenly, instead of just being a patriarchal world, we're looking at both. I think it should be male and female. So that would be what we believe, but it's marvelous that there is such an honouring and a respect for Bridget now.
Now in your center, tell us the things that you offer there. So if people come to visit you for a healing, what can they look forward to?
Well, we both Julie and I are Reiki Masters. I'm Sui Reiki, Julie's Ceremonies. So there's a bit of a difference there. And then 2 years ago, we were very lucky. We met with somebody wonderful who initiated us with some of the Ascends initiation, which of course was back from the time of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Yeah. So we have that third, I suppose, string to our bow when it comes to Reiki. So what we do is we do a master Reiki session where we both work on the person at the same time, and the results have been incredible. The testimonials we've received from people are excellent. As Julie says, she does her Celtic ceremonies and that, and we do for St. Bridget's Day, we do a ceremony at St. Bridget's Well at the centre of Éire, where she was originally. I also offer, I'm trained in Chinese medicine, so I offer Trina, craniosacral therapy, lymph massage, drainage massage, and different things. So I have two different types of lives. I'm an engineer and I'm an energy worker at the same time. And
That's quite a leap, but that's wonderful.
but it is, and you know, some people say to me, "Oh, that's a bit strange," but my attitude is, I don't watch television, and you know, over the years, what I would do is instead of watching TV, I'd rather read something, and I won't read rubbish. I'd rather read something that is, you know, sort of embellishing who I am. So it was easy. You know, whether it's reading about different types of energies like Gerber's, oh, what's the name of his book? It's gone now. But all different types of energies, and listening to like Lynn McTaggart or reading her stuff about the field and all the different types of energy books. And it just got to the stage where I thought, you know, there's more to life than just going to work, coming home, having something to eat, sitting in front of a box in the corner, and then going to bed. I'd rather be doing something that's it's educating me and pushing me forward, you know. So that's how I got into it. It's a little bit of a leap, but I enjoy both. I really do.
That's fantastic. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Julie.
Speaking of boxes too, we actually have a primer cube. We're one of the first in the country, Winifred, to have a primer cube, which creates a toroidal healing field. So we have it, we put it on every night ourselves. And then when clients come, and tomorrow we'll have it on too, because it offers such marvelous healing benefits. And we also purchased an earth tide machine 2 years ago also. It's an Irish American gentleman, Christopher Cody, who created it, and that's marvelous for detoxing your body, especially in current times when a lot of people have gone through difficult episodes. So yes, it releases all the toxins. It's like a foot spa. So we're kept busy ourselves and with clients. And I find too, as Michael knows, I have elderly parents, and I just bring along these healing modalities and say, try those out. And both my parents are still with me, and they're 90 and 92. So I'm very blessed to still have them after recent years. So I do think all these different technologies are certainly helping. And then we offer them to the neighborhood. So I'm sure tomorrow we'll be busy too.
I think that's beautiful. Well, that's a blessing, and they're blessed to have you have that and bring that to their attention and assist. I mean, we have so many great technologies that are forthcoming right now, and bringing the old to the new, kind of marrying this together so people can benefit as they accelerate into the new earth energies. Now, talk a little bit about how you see this transition taking place and how you're working to assist people in the transition.
Yeah, I suppose, you know, our attitude is that we're here to be of service. Our door's always open. You know, anybody who wants to come along, we'll talk to them about their beliefs, our beliefs, and plant seeds if necessary, and they can go away and have a think about, or do a little bit of research, and then come back and realize that, you know, there's two paths you can go down. You can go down the allopathic, or you can go down the naturopathic, and we would sort of look at a holistic way of dealing with people. And as I said, we're totally open. We're involved with a couple of different groups. We're involved with Simon Park's Connecting Consciousness. We're coordinators for that. We are ambassadors for Michael Tellinger's One Small Town from South Africa.
Beautiful.
And it's all stuff that's sort of bringing people forward to, I suppose, the new age or the new earth, or whatever you want to call it. And it's interesting because the different people that have come into our lives over the last few years quite literally just sort of dropped in our laps, and what they have to offer, and we've helped them on their way. And then others have come along who basically hadn't a clue why they were here or what was going on in their lives. And we've been lucky because, you know, having experienced life ourselves, we've been able to explain about, you know, the different steps to go through to find themselves and to find their true path, you know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you're also kind of collecting those that are maybe discovering what can be for them as well. And this is bringing back that ancient truth, really, and having them sort of wake up and remember. But you know, by the way, I'm on my way over, I swear. I'm on my way over. If you're both going to do Reiki on me, I could use that about now. It sounds beautiful.
Something can be arranged.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And the other thing I wanted to add too, Winifred, we would have tremendous belief in the power of prayer and setting intention, because I know I really like listening to Pam Gregory, and she says that she's an astrologist in England, and she said that there is chaos in the world, but not to focus on that. It's like there's different timelines. So we would be very careful what we focus on, what we give our attention to. We would believe in the power of prayer. We light our St. Bridget candle. We would meditate every day. And we also recite the Ho'oponopono prayer every day, because for us that signifies unity consciousness. And every Sunday we put a video out. We have a small YouTube channel, but for us, we started off on Facebook a few years ago. We just put it out there to the collective because it's all about raising the vibration. I think we live in a quantum universe where there's so many different timelines. So we always try and go for the highest timeline, which would be love. And this is what we always encourage people to go towards too. But the Ho'oponopono prayer, we think it's the best prayer going, and it has no religious affiliation. So for that reason, we'll be saying it tomorrow. We said it before we joined you on Zoom. It's all about the highest intention. You're just all about co-creating a better world. And Michael and I believe that's why we're here.
Well, that is really special. You also perform wedding ceremonies, correct? You officiate over, so someone can have a Celtic wedding ceremony on sacred land with the wishing well. This is too good to be true. So tell me if someone's going to come along. First of all, do you do international weddings, or are they mostly domestic?
Yes, yes. Well, the last one I was at was in Santorini, which was absolutely magnificent. I think I have a photo up on the website. So that was marvelous. The sun shone. We didn't have to worry. Sometimes in this little island, we have to worry about whether the sun will shine on the day or not. But it was magnificent, and I could use the Irish, I could use the English, and obviously the people that were there, they were interested in the Celtic traditions, the hand fastening, and also the symbolism and different Celtic traditions. So yes, I really enjoy it. And afterwards, I was saying to Michael, it's such a beautiful occasion to celebrate. Now, we would celebrate different events like the solstice and St. Bridget's Day, but with the wedding, I really could feel the love present, and that was just tremendous. And it was an honor. It was an honor to be asked to do something like that, bringing two people together. So yes, I'm always looking forward to doing more.
So there you have it, everybody, that if you need to get married and you have the perfect couple and the perfect high priestess to do that and bring forth the old and marry it with the new, no pun intended, but you can go forth and do that anywhere. So you're willing to travel to do that. They can come to you and do that. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, because I would obviously need a little bit of notice, but yeah, whatever the client suits. For me, it's about co-creating their dream and making that dream come true. And if they want to embroider our Celtic traditions and heritage, that's just perfect for me.
That's beautiful, really beautiful. And it feels like it's steeped in sacred truth, like sacred knowingness. So could you share with us some of the Celtic traditions that are very coveted there? That was there anything that stands out to you that if I were coming from America, for example, I don't know about that, and there's just something really special about it, what would it be?
Well, we would probably bring you, I know Michael will say something too, we'll probably bring you to the sacred sites, the likes of Tara or Newgrange. We find these sites have a profound energy. We've done healings there too with different people that have flown in and cleared the ley lines. So we would bring people to the sacred sites. We'd probably teach them cúpla focal, a few words of Irish too, and also to just savor. Our friends who come from Europe often say there's an energy here in Éire that they don't find anywhere else, and the people would be different too. So yes, that would be certainly what I would think. I'm
Absolutely,
sure
yeah.
Michael has a few ideas too.
Yeah, and as Judy said, you know, we've or as I said earlier on, we've 10,000 sites on the land. In fact, we have one just down the road here from us, and we feel that's why we've moved to the area, because there is healing to be done around it and that. And it's just to, you know, I would often say we are here as human beings, or sparks of divine consciousness, having a human experience, but it's a human being, not a human doing. And quite often when you come to these sites, it's just a case of sitting into the energy of the site. You don't have to do anything. The site will welcome you. We will always ask permission to bring people into the site so that it works for us. And interestingly, as Judy said, we have a profound interest in the Cathars in France. We'll be in Montsegur in June. And while we've been going there for the last few years, I've been going there for a long time. We've met people who've gone there, and it's a sacred mountain. They haven't been allowed to climb it. The energy just hasn't permitted it. They just haven't been in tune with it. And we'd find that here as well. There are some people come in and they sort of, I had an interesting one. There's a site here called Newgrange, which is older than the pyramids. Now it's government run, so that the sort of a government speak about it. They say that it's a burial site from years ago. It's actually a
vortex.
Sorry?
It's a vortex. That's why
it actually is a
over.
vortex. And I was quite lucky. There was one of the official guides, a lovely tour guide, who used to give me 20 minutes in the chambers after everybody left with my group. And one of the times I was in, and there was an American couple sort of hanging around, and she was well tuned in and he wasn't. And you can dance the vortex, you can spin around, and you actually lift off the ground without getting dizzy, and it's amazing. So I did it with my group, and then she asked, could she do it? And she spun around and she was blown away by it. And he stood and he watched. And then I said, right, you stand here. This is what you do. You put your hands this way. You start to spin. And he just turned and he said, well, will you flick the switch? I don't feel anything. So obviously she was well into it. And he was just standing there. I said, no, you actually have to do the work. It's not about the work being done for you. So different people have different takes on it. But I find that as a land, it's the emerald dial, it's the color green, it is the heart of the world, or the heart of Gaia. And we're very, very lucky to be here. And there's a wonderful book that's available called, and it's on our website, Ireland, Land of the Pharaohs. And it talks about how we are one of the original peoples. And between ourselves and the Native American Indians, we were connected to spirit from the very beginning. And because of our history, there was 16 layers of darkness put over the land so that we wouldn't prosper. And we're gradually, as we do work with different people, internationals as well as local people, we feel that we're shifting these different layers. And people are saying that, yeah, they definitely feel that things are changing here, changing for the better, getting lighter. There's almost an anticipation of this new earth coming through. And if it's going to come through, it's going to come through here, possibly before anywhere else, because of our connection to spirit.
That is beautiful. That is very important information. And just knowing that, I can feel the energy when you're speaking about that and talking about not only the land, but basically the vortex and the energies of the old. And I'm sure they want to cover that up or control it anyway. But
Absolutely.
Good for you to raise the energy and the frequency and bring it all forward again, because you can take that and use it. Now, I understand that over there, and we won't focus on this too much, but over there is a backlash regarding the control over farming and so on. So there's a bit of strife that's kind of in the air that you have to overcome right now on your land. And
yes, but we also feel that there's a lot of disinformation, misinformation out there, and what it is, it's to wake people up, to wake the greater population up, I suppose, at this stage. We would be in tune with different people who are involved with groups who, I suppose, they would be in connection, they'd be in contact with government and advising government and stuff. A lot of the time they're dismissed. There's a wonderful group that we're affiliated with, which is the Irish Climate Scientific Forum. And they were originally set up to advise the government on the whole climate situation. I won't say any other word. And they were totally dismissed by government, because they were basically saying government was wrong. And the rest of the world, a lot of the other governments around the world and the WEF and UN were incorrect with their what the information they were coming out with. But they're still presenting in the hopes that something will come of it. So we attend their conferences, we're on their Zooms, and it's interesting to see these guys would be scientists, engineers in the late 60s, early 70s, who've been working with this for eons at this stage. And they've been ignored. We feel that even though they've been ignored, they're still planting seeds, and there is a lot of information coming out. And a lot of the farmers here are starting to sit up, take notice.
There's a lot of community networks too emerging. They never put that up on the news, because we would know so many wonderful farmers who are out there And also we would go to a farmer's market every weekend. We have a polytunnel. We try and grow our own vegetables too. So there's an awareness about healthy living, and you are what you eat. So we don't listen to the news. It's always bad news, Winifred. But yes, I'm aware that the news goes out there and people might believe that things are really bad, but we don't see it at all. We have a tremendous sense of hope because the community, I heard a phrase recently, community is gold. And I feel we've reached that point too. People are connecting. Light workers are connecting all across the world as we're doing this evening. And it's just amazing. There is a sense of hope and there is a sense of taking our power back. The Hopis had a wonderful prophecy. They said, we are the heroes we have been waiting for. And I truly believe Michael and I are on the same page there. That is why we're here. We are fractals of the divine. We are sparks of universal consciousness. So suddenly let us access this power and all connect. And then we will move straight into 5D and ascend together. So it's about owning our power. That's why we came here.
I love it. And, I love what you just said because it's true. When you're on the ground, it's different than what is broadcast about somewhere because you can frame anything. But in this case, the focus is more on the now and coming back into the now and where you are and bringing that consciousness forward so people can experience that now in your healing center. So if someone wanted to come and visit you, or if they wanted to get in on the retreat, and of course, even tomorrow, is that open to people or is that a private party?
And no, it's open because we advertise on Facebook, we advertise on Twitter, as you know, and we just say to people to PM us. So yes, people have got in touch and neighbors have been dropping cards and gifts too. So yes, if people probably on this island at this stage, you're very welcome to get an international flight, but yes, they're very welcome to come and join us. Yes, because it's open for all. And yes, there'll be lunch and birthday cake, and it's on a gratitude donation basis.
And how do they find you?
Yes, we have the website Solasceremonies, and then our email. We just changed it recently. I think it's healingsolas@gmail.com, but it's on the website, so they'll certainly get the information on it.
So on Twitter or X, it is.
We're at Irish Mindfulness.
Okay, and on Facebook it is.
Solas Healing.
Solas Healing, yeah.
Yes, and there's a picture of the pair of us.
SOLAS, SOLAS.
Yeah, which means light.
Yes, it's Irish or Gaelic for light.
That's beautiful. And your website, if someone wants to book a ceremony or come along in?
Yes, it's Solasceremonies.ie.
IE. Okay, so in the US, it's a little more difficult to find that, just so you know. But you can find them, and the quickest way actually is to go on social media, and you'll find them quickly that way. This is just divine. So go ahead, Michael.
No, I was just going to say, just pick up the phone and we'll be at the other end. You'll find us anyway.
Isn't it nice that
there are people who have literally come down. We live in the countryside. We live in the hills, overlooking the sea here at Arklow, and people have come down and been lost, and sort of. A real Irish way of finding somewhere is to ask somebody you meet on the road. They'll ask someone on the road, and of course they'll direct them here straight away. So
well, there aren't too many healing centers in our neck of the woods, so people talk about us and they're curious about us, and a lot of people are drawn to us. It's all about energy and frequency, but we're delighted with whoever comes. Everyone has something to share.
Isn't that nice? It's nice that we can meet together again. And meet together again so easily this way, because for a while there, the corporate structure was sort of putting this wall between people where, you have to email and there's not even a phone number anymore. But here you are, and you're saying, yep, just come along on the road and we'll host you and take you in and heal you.
Absolutely.
We'll do our best.
Yeah, we'll facilitate you to heal yourself.
That's better. I love that.
That's what we do.
So upcoming, you can visit the website, you can get the book, you can see what they offer, you can come to tomorrow's gathering, and they're getting ready for that. So I won't keep you forever and a day. I'm so grateful that you've come today and taken time out to do this. And also, you can get in on the June retreat. Now, this is important. So let's recap that for people. It's in France, where you were talking about at the holy site of Medjugorje. Is that right? No.
Yes, we're flying into Carcassonne. I think there's 2 spaces left at this stage, and Michael has hired a minibus, and then we will be going to Montsegur, which many believe is the home of the Cathars, and Mary Magdalene spent time there. And then we'll be going to the coast, to where Mary Magdalene is supposed to have arrived on the boat from the Holy Land. So it's a week, and we've organized different accommodations. We have some guest speakers too. So yes, we had our first retreat last year. There were 13 of us, the magic 13. It was marvelous. Everyone was still talking to each other after we came home, and some of them are coming back again.
Yeah.
So it's great. As you
I love it.
probably appreciate, Winifred, the energy of people, once you connect, you just think you found your tribe again. That's why we
Yeah,
incarnate.
Your soul family. That sounds really lovely. It sounds beautiful. And I'm glad you said that out loud about the 13, because it's becoming such a negative number, and it's so not. It's such a sacred, it's a sacred cycle. And that's beautiful. So there you are. There's the power of SOLAS healing for you, everyone. And to get in touch, if you're nearby, get on over there tomorrow and enjoy. And if not, book your sessions for what's upcoming, and you can get in on the retreat if you're quick. And we will look forward to speaking with you again, and perhaps we can have you back here, and maybe I'll come visit as soon as I can. So
that'd be wonderful. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we say in Irish, Mila Mahagat, which is 1,000 thank yous. And thank you so much for this opportunity. We were delighted, yes, to get your message, and delighted to meet with you well, it almost feels like in person. But in person, yes, soon.
Yeah,
Very
in the physical, lots of hugs.
Yes.
Yeah, big hugs from America too. And may you have a beautiful, divine, blessed event tomorrow. And let's just keep sharing that light around the world, because that is what we're here to do. So we are making lives brighter. What makes your life brighter?
Love.
Yeah, and seeing people, who open up to being loved, and to the healing that they have, the potential to have. There's so many people are out there, and they're sort of, they're going down the doctor and hospital route, and then you have some other people who are finally discovering that they have the power to heal themselves. They just need a bit of encouragement. And that's what we like to do. We like to encourage people. Have a look at what you're doing, have a look at how you're living, and be open to healing yourself. And that's very, very important. And we weren't put on the planet to suffer. We were put on the planet to thrive, to love, to understand, and offer compassion to people. And as I said, to be of service.
Beautiful, beautiful. And blessings to you both. You are a force of nature. Let it be.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So,
sending blessings to you too, Winifred, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
absolutely. Solasceremonies.ie. And
Yes,
so you can look that up, and it is Irish Mindfulness on Twitter or X. All right. Go jolly, everybody. Go out and make somebody else's life brighter. Enjoy your ceremony, and bring more light to the world. Thank you so much, Julie and Michael. And
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you too.